Have you ever seen those videos where, somebody's showing off their LUT pack, right? And they're saying, oh, you can buy this from me. And they have that nice little transition where it goes whoosh across the screen and it shows off their, the original log footage and then their LUT. I'm going to show you how to do that reveal. So let's dig into it. First, I'm going to open up, I already have Resolve opened up here. So I'm just going to full screen it and play this back for you. Okay, so a couple of things. It's actually really simple to pull this off. It's really, really easy. I'll show you how here. So what I've done here is this is a project that I did the other day, and what I've done is I've just duplicated the clip, moved it to a layer above, and then did a transition with kind of a Bezier curve on it. So I'll show you that process here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete those, pull this back, mute my audio just so I can work on it in sanity. So you can see here, these are the original clips. So if I play them back, you can see they already have the grade on them, right? So what I'll do is I'll select all of them, and let's say that I want to show off in a video, I want to show off the LUT pack by showing like you just saw, the gray version that just kind of swipes across into, or any transition really, but just swipes across, and it uses the built-in Davinci Resolve transitions. So, going to select those, hold Alt, click and drag to copy it to the above layer inside my timeline here. Then I'm going to turn off the video for the layer that I want to keep the LUT on. I'm going to go to my color tab. And in this color tab, you can see that I have all of my nodes, just a few nodes to basically correct this log footage. It's S-Log3 from my Sony A7III. And all I'm going to do is, there's a couple ways you can do it. But really, the easiest way that I have found is just to select the clip over here. And by the way, I've adjusted my color tab so that I don't have a timeline or my media pool or LUTs. I just have gallery and, of course, my nodes and clips. So I'm going to select it, and then I'm just going to delete, using backspace, delete any additional nodes. I'm going to keep the original node, and then this one I'm just going to reset the grade on the original. I go and do that on the next view. Like this, just like that. Okay, now all of them, now when I go back to my edit tab, you can see that it's just the ungraded S-Log footage. Okay, looks good. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, save in project, of course, save often. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag these about halfway through, and you can choose how long you want, but I'm just trimming them. The cool thing about this is we don't even have to deal with keyframes. That's what's so great about this. Whoop. Okay, drag that. Of course, I could use B, the slice tool, or the blade tool, and cut them if I wanted to. Any way really works. So now you can see that it switches halfway through, but that's not what we're going for, right? We want a fancier look. So I'm going to open up my effects library, go to video transitions, and there are a couple trends. I can choose really any transition that I want, but I'm going to use slide. I'm going to click and drag that to the end of this clip, and that's actually going to get us started on the look that we want. See that? So it's already kind of doing that, but it looks a bit choppy and it doesn't look very smooth. So I'm going to slow it down by clicking and dragging the transition that I put on the end there to the middle of the clip, so it's a little slower, like that. Then I'm going to click on to where I have the transition, the video transition itself selected, and I come up to my inspector tab. While I have this selected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable feather. I'm going to feather it just a little bit, like that, to give it a nice soft edge so it looks like it's kind of, you know, bleeding the LUT onto the image. Then I'm going to use ease in and out, just an automatic setting on there. So now you can see that if I push play back, see how much nicer that looks? That looks really nice. And really all I need to do is, I was going to see if I could copy paste. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. All I really need to do is just duplicate that. So now I can just copy that over. Feather it. And ease in and out, just like that. And you can see, I'll unmute it. It looks really nice. It's a really good way to show off your work and to show people that you can sell, you know, LUTs to them. Now, the other way that I could have done is I could have keyframed crop, but here's the problem with that. So I'll show you here. In my project settings, to give it those cinematic black bars, inside my timeline, I have my output blinking right here set to 2.35. That's just to give it that cinematic, you know, the cinematic kind of 21:9 aspect ratio type, right? Or similar to 21:9 aspect ratio. And so I have that turned on. On top of that, if I turn that off here, let me put output blinking. If you can see here that some of my clips I had to straighten. So if I come here, and you can see that my rotation angle is -0.45 because I had to straighten the clip. So we could use crop and it would work, but there's a lot of instances where you have to zoom in and rotate on a clip to even it back out. And so that's why I liked this a little bit better, because no matter what your rotation is of the clip, it's going to keep it horizontal or vertical or whatever transition you choose. You'll get to control that, because you'll look here, if I go to cropping, and if I crop to the left, look what's happening. It's keeping the relative angle of the clip, and I don't want that for this particular effect. So pretty simple tutorial, pretty simple thing to do, but I think it's a useful thing to know, and you can obviously use it for many other instances, but I think this is a good use case for this. So again, I thank you for watching. If you want to see more of these, be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, that way you don't miss any future uploads. I do plan on uploading more in the future. Thanks again for watching.